Hi, and welcome to the Breakthrough Emotional Eating podcast. My name is Kristen Jones, and thank you so much for joining me this week. This week's podcast is going to be short, it's going to be quick, it's going to be to the point, but it is going to be extremely relevant to anyone in the group who listens to the podcast live, anyone who listens on replay, and especially to those of you who listen to the podcast and you aren't members of the Breakthrough Emotional Eating community on Facebook. The reason why is because I I am taking this opportunity today. We had a little bit of a change in our schedule. And so my guest that I was going to have on, I will have on next week. But this week, I'm going to tell you about an upcoming event that is going to be happening. It is not going to be happening in the Breakthrough Emotional Eating community Facebook group. It is going to be a special event that is going to be run in a completely private Facebook group. So what that means is that anyone who is listening can join. You do not have to join my group in order to be a part of this event. So that kind of opens things up a little bit and opens things up to those of you who are, if you are listening and you are a member of the community and you have friends that you think, gosh, they should hear some of these things, because I will tell you what I'm going to be talking about, what the challenge is going to be about. But if you have friends that you think, they really should be a part of this, but they don't really like doing groups, they don't really want to join, totally get that. And this would be an opportunity for you to share with those people that you know and love, as well as you, to become a part of this event and participate and have no obligation or connection or anything going on with the Facebook group. Because I know some people don't necessarily want to join Facebook groups, and that is okay. I don't have a problem with that. But this event is going to be pretty, I'm going to say amazing, but I'm going to say amazing because I do think it's going to be really, really a great opportunity for so many people to be able to learn at a much deeper level what it is that is holding them back in regards to their relationship with food, how they feel about food, how they interact with food, as well as an opportunity for people to really be able to learn more about how your brain impacts one everything that you do, but especially how it impacts your weight and your weight loss and your eating. So I am unraveling and revealing today the 5-day Breakthrough Your Brain Eating Challenge. So it's a 5-day, it's free. It will take place on September 19th to the 23rd. It will be in a completely separate pop-up Facebook group, and it will be completely private. Only the people who are in the challenge will be in that Facebook group, and it will only be for those 5 days. Facebook group will then go away. But what it will do is it will allow all the focus and all the focus to solely be on with the contents of the challenge. Again, it's a 5-day challenge. And what is a 5-day challenge? What does that mean? What does that mean when you have a 5-day challenge? Well, a 5-day challenge is basically you take a topic, and then for me as the presenter or as the educator, I will go live every day in the group, and it will be a workshop. It'll be a live similar to this. And there will be an opportunity for me to teach live a concept about the brain, about how the brain impacts your obviously your thinking, but your thoughts, your beliefs about yourself, and how all of those things are tied together with your eating. And so many people are coming into the group. We have so many new people coming into the group. We have people who have been in the group for a really long time, who have just kind of been doing the food portion of what I teach. And if you don't have the mental part, if you don't understand how your brain works, it's like you are climbing up a hill and you have like slippery oiled shoes on, and you're just going to keep sliding down and keep sliding down. You're never going to get any traction on making progress with your weight loss if you're not aware of what is of what the real reason is that you're struggling. And so that will be presented. And again, it'll be each day. It'll be just a little bit of teaching each day. And more importantly, each day you will have something to start to implement into your daily life, because it doesn't do any good. We can learn stuff, and I'm sure you all have had this opportunity or had this circumstance happen. You can learn and learn and learn. And if you don't implement and start practicing it and start making it a part of your routine, it just goes out the window. And frankly, it's a waste of time. And so it's really important that you get time to start implementing things and start working through them and having them become a part of your routine and a part of who you are. And so that is kind of the whole idea of doing this, and to really allow people to see in a smaller group, smaller, more condensed and really focused Facebook group that would be delivering that information to you, give you opportunities to practice, ask questions, feel the camaraderie of the group. There'll be activities that people will do in the group, opportunities for you to, kind of practice what most of my clients are already doing. And if you've heard anything or you've seen anything, I just posted on Instagram. If you are on Instagram and you are not friends with me or you're not following me, it's Breakthrough Emotional Eating. And I just released a video a couple hours ago of one of my clients, Leslie, and her amazing success. I did an interview with her, and she talks about how she, and this is kind of a kind of an interesting story, is that Leslie found my group and didn't know anything about me, didn't know really anything about what I was doing until she started listening. And I started talking about the brain and talking about how that's kind of the avenue that we use to start to address why you have the best of intentions and you want to lose weight. But darn it, if those cookies and those brownies aren't sitting there, and why do you eat them when you know 5 minutes ago you were super committed and then you suddenly lost it? And she had never had anybody talk about, she never heard anything about the brain. She never heard anybody talk about the brain in relationship to losing weight and how impactful it is. And that's what got her to sign up and become a member of the membership, and has in the last 3 months lost 40 pounds. And so it really is, there's huge impact when it comes to knowing and learning and practicing how your brain works and how you need to harness the power of your brain. We all have the power and the control over our brains. We just don't know it. And it takes understanding how the brain works and understanding how you can take that power back and be in control of your brain, be in control of your thoughts, and how those things dictate the decisions that you make during the day or throughout your day in order to help you make the best decisions about what you're going to be eating. So that is what the challenge will be about. Now, the challenge starts on the 19th. Registration does not open until the 12th. That's a week from Monday. Now, I'm going to tell you all, that's a week from Monday. And I will be posting things in the group, but if this is something that you want to be a part of, I have in the post of this of not only this Facebook Live that's going live in the group, but also in the podcast notes. In the podcast notes is a link to the sign up to get on the wait list. And then you won't even have to look for anything. I will automatically email you the link when registration opens, and you can sign up, you can be ready to go. And then you get the link to the Facebook group and all the things. So you can go ahead, and that will be in the post in this video, as well as the podcast notes. So there'll be a link and you can sign up to be on the wait list. And then as soon as we open registration, you will immediately get the registration link in your inbox and you can go ahead and register. I really think that anyone who is serious about really understanding what it is that's behind your weight gain, your cravings, your your feeling of your lack of control around food. Anyone who really wants to get to what that really is and what that means and and how it impacts you, anyone who's serious about it, because you can go on any diet you want. That's totally fine. But you have to have this brain information first. You have to. You have to have this stuff. So I absolutely encourage anyone, even if someone, I'm going to go out on a limb. Like I said, I will go out on a limb and say, even somebody who's doing something like keto, which is not my jam, but if someone's doing keto, as long as they have this brain stuff and they understand how their brain works, hey, have at it. Give it a shot. It may work, but you have to have that. I think you have to have that in order to understand why people backslide, why people go back to old habits. And so it's not just about following what I preach and the things that I talk about when it comes to weight loss, but this is huge for anyone. Even if you have something that you know is working for you, that's awesome. Just jump in and learn the brain stuff, and then go on your merry way. Have a great time doing whatever it is that you're doing. And I completely support that. But understanding how the brain works is absolutely paramount in order for any weight loss program, system, whatever you want to call it, plan to be effective. You have to know and understand how your brain works. It works both for you and against you, and how we need to make sure that we can harness that power. So that is what I have for you today. So in the post of this Facebook Live, as well as the broadcast, not only on my YouTube, but also on my podcast, in the show notes, there will be a link. You can go and you can sign up to be on the wait list to immediately get the registration information as soon as the registration opens in a week and a half. And I certainly would hope that I will see you in the private Facebook group for the breakthrough your brain eating challenge, because I think it will absolutely be a game changer for so many people. Because again, this is not something that's talked about very much, and it's something that's absolutely vital and necessary for people to understand in order to be able to successfully lose weight and keep it off. So that's what I got for you today. So again, click on that link, sign up for the be on the wait list, and then we'll get you the information when the registration opens. All right, everyone, have a fabulous week, and we will see you all next week with our interview of Janine Ramsey, and we will talk about her weight loss journey with weight loss surgery. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a good week.